Justin Gaethje. I think he slept more at day than at night.
Oh, you think so? Did he party?
I think so.
I don't
they
know.
They put the camera on him on the last pay-per-view, and he looked like he was so high. Like this,
I'm not worried about. What I'm worried.
He knows that when he throws the right hand, the left hook's coming behind it.
That
or
power
something's
is
coming behind it.
Crazy. It's just so weird how some people just have just this weird power.
Yeah.
It's just different.
But what happened? Because like Josh Emmett got beat, but he survived. Like now it's like he has now developed.
Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier have just broken down one of the most dangerous potential matchups in the UFC right now. Detonate the lightweight division the moment Topuria returns to reclaim his belt. And suddenly, this fight no longer feels hypothetical. With Topuria stepping away to handle personal matters, and Gaethje now sitting in a prime position after dismantling Paddy Pimblett, the division has shifted fast.
If you want to have a career in MMA, you should start with wrestling, because for me personally, because this is my personal experience, that it's much easier to learn in the future the boxing than start with boxing and learn the wrestling.
And obviously it looks like it's going to be Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria next. So who do you think wins out of that fight?
Okay, the cameras are all pointed at me. Put your hand up if you think Justin Gaethje's going to win. Ain't a fucking person in this room that put their goddamn hand up. You can't, you know what I mean? Oh, like, I don't know why we aren't seeing Ilia versus Arman. I like Gaethje. We got to do this. Like, and the sport is all about timing and momentum, but it's just like, someone asked me in an interview the other day and they were like, how do you beat Ilia Topuria right now? And I just said, Father Time. I said, you give it enough time, you roll the dice for long enough, and that's it. No one's the best forever. It's extremely momentary. But while these two guys are streaking and they're in the physical prime and the momentum's there, like that's the fight
that laid it all on the octagon floor. I thought Justin Gaethje was going to get Paddy Pimblett out of there on multiple occasions, but Paddy would not quit. Paddy Pimblett kept fighting, but I think the pressure that Justin put on him early gave him enough of a lead to become the interim champion. But Ilia Topuria is knocking out the best fighters that we've ever seen in the divisions that he's competing in. Knocked out Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski while he was at featherweight, then goes to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira. But Justin Gaethje reminded us tonight, when you overlook him, things have a habit of work.
What once looked like a clear roadmap has now descended into chaos, and Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier agree on one thing. This matchup would be pure violence. On the surface, it seems straightforward. Justin Gaethje is the most ruthless pressure striker in the division, marching opponents down and breaking them with leg kicks, hooks, and a relentless pace. Ilia Topuria, on the other hand, is surgical, calculated, and frighteningly precise, with knockout power that comes from timing, not chaos. But when Rogan and DC really start to break it down, the fight becomes far more complex. Gaethje's style is built for war. He thrives when fights get ugly. He wants exchanges. He wants damage. And he's more than willing to absorb shots if it means firing back even harder.
Torched by Ilia. And I think Gaethje just retires and rides off into a sunset because he don't want to see Ilia. I think both these guys are just like levels below Ilia, and that fight really showed it all. On the wrestling, on the striking, the defense, the offense. I think Ilia's on a whole other planet when it comes to these guys. And hopefully they give him just engages and get another guy and do him like a lawn chair and he's going to fold him.
Given how popular Ilia's become, how big do you think that fight could be between the two?
I mean, if I had any bit of a personality, it'd be huge. But I can't lie, can't exaggerate. You know, it's what I do. It's who I am. It's who my parents taught me to be. But there's no doubt that that's one of the best fights that they could definitely put on for an undisputed belt. And I think they want to have 6 or 7, whatever. They want to have as many as possible. So if he's not back by then, they will strip him, and I will be undisputed, and then I'll fight for the belt on there and defend it.
Ilia's striking is leagues above everybody, like just about everybody in the UFC. The wrestling and jiu-jitsu there as well. His timing, his instincts. It's a hard fight in Gaethje's camp to make the fight competitive. The Gaethje that fought Paddy won't beat Ilia right now.
Paddy would do this, like some amateur shit. And I'm surprised.
We all do that.
These are things that when Justin fights Ilia Topuria, it's gonna be different. He's gonna fight a shorter opponent, somebody that could really keep his freaking hands up, that just understands the finesse of fighting.
We have to realize now they put together a game plan for the opponent. Justin will make those necessary adjustments, but like you said, Ilia is a different monster, so that will be an intriguing one.
Against most fighters, that kind of recklessness is overwhelming. But against someone like Ilia Topuria, it could be exactly what gets a fighter caught. Topuria doesn't chase chaos. He waits for it. Daniel Cormier pointed out that Ilia's biggest weapon isn't just his boxing, it's his composure under pressure. When opponents rush him, he doesn't panic. He sets his feet, fires back, and when he lands clean, people don't recover. That's what makes this matchup so dangerous for Justin Gaethje. But Joe Rogan pushed back. He emphasized Gaethje's durability, his experience in brutal 5-round wars, and the reality that Ilia has never faced someone who can absorb that level of damage while still moving forward. Gaethje doesn't need perfection. He needs one opening, one exchange where the fight turns into a dogfight. And that's where this becomes a nightmare matchup for both men.
So many incredible fights. Future Hall of Famer. I put him in the same regard as the 3 people that you have just finished all in a row.
Really?
I do.
The only thing that I realized is that you don't like the guy, because I don't know why you want to put him against me. I know that I can do with him whatever I want to do.
What?
What happened? Go
on.
The
UFC is planning for Ilia Topuria to headline its first Paramount card versus Justin Gaethje. That's the plan as of now.
You're lying right now.
That would mean Pimlet versus Holloway, which actually would fix a lot of the weird order of things.
Why Justin Gaethje?
You saw that as well, Nick? Gaethje said he would retire if he didn't get a title shot.
Well, if we're going to go at that, I got Ilia Topuria knocking him out.
Yeah, same here.
I just feel after you've been dropped so much and you're going to fight somebody who's a deadly striker, great wrestler, who has a chin, who's willing to put himself in the fire to land that shot, and not just a shot to the face. Let's not forget about Ilia Topuria's body work as well, right?
If this is the way they're going, they've made Dan Hooker versus Arman Sarukian. They've made Oliveira versus Gamrot. They've made now Topuria. If they're going to do Topuria versus Gaethje, if this is the way they've gone, it only leaves Pimlet versus Holloway.
Yeah,
which is
that's
gonna be Gaethje versus Topuria. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think that Ilia hits like a truck, and so does Gaethje, and I think if Gaethje prepares properly and gets ready for this fight, it should be a fun one.
The unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%, and Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars.
If Ilia Topuria controls the range, times his counters, and mixes in the grappling, he has the tools to finish Justin Gaethje early. But if Gaethje pulls him into deep waters, forces a pace Topuria has never faced, and starts chopping at the legs, the entire fight shifts. What makes this matchup even bigger is the context. Topuria wouldn't just be coming back. He'd be coming back to reclaim something he never truly lost. That brings pressure. That brings emotion. And Gaethje is the last man you want to face when emotions take over. Daniel Cormier summed it up perfectly. This is the kind of fight where both men are too dangerous to make mistakes, and someone is almost guaranteed to get finished. No judges, no safe rounds, no easy way out. The MMA world is already divided. Some believe Topuria's precision and power are perfectly built to punish Gaethje's aggression. Others say Gaethje's toughness and experience will break Topuria before he ever settles in. Either way, Rogan and DC agree on one thing. If this fight happens, it won't be remembered for technique. It will be remembered for violence. And when Ilia Topuria finally steps back into the octagon to reclaim his belt, Justin Gaethje may be the most dangerous obstacle standing in his path.